For nearly 50 years, Voyager 2 has been quietly drifting away from Earth, slipping past the grip of our Sun, beyond the edges of familiar science, and into the deep unknown. It was a marvel of its time, built with more imagination than technology, and yet it endures, still sending faint whispers from the stars. But this time those whispers said something different, something no one expected. What NASA recently decoded wasn't just surprising, it sent shockwaves through the scientific world. It called into question everything we thought we understood about the outermost boundaries of our solar system. Voyager 2's journey began humbly in the 1960s, when a part-time NASA worker hand-sketched the planetary alignments of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. His pencil and paper calculations revealed a rare cosmic opportunity, a planetary lineup that would let a spacecraft slingshot across the solar system using gravity itself as a boost. That discovery set the stage for the most ambitious journey humankind had ever attempted. Equipped with just 69 kilobytes of memory, less than what's in your car key, and transmitting with the power of a fridge light bulb, Voyager 2 was never built to venture into interstellar space. And yet, 46 years later, it's still out there, billions of miles from home, still transmitting. In 2018, Voyager 2 crossed the heliopause, the invisible boundary where our Sun's solar wind fades and interstellar space begins. It followed in the path of its twin, Voyager 1, which made that crossing in 2012. But something was off. Scientists expected clear changes, dramatic shifts in radiation, magnetic fields, and plasma flow. Voyager 2 did register a sharp spike in plasma density, confirming it had entered interstellar space. But the magnetic field, the one variable expected to flip, didn't budge, just like with Voyager 1. This wasn't just unusual, it challenged the very idea of the heliosphere, the Sun's protective magnetic bubble. Instead of a clear-cut edge, Voyager revealed something messier, a fuzzy, fluctuating frontier, chaotic, unstable, nothing like the neat models in textbooks. For decades, we believed that the solar system had a well-defined border, wrapping Earth and its neighboring planets in a magnetic cocoon. But now Voyager 2 was showing us that edge wasn't an edge at all. Beyond the Sun's reach, it didn't find quiet. It found something strange, a kind of magnetic twilight filled with ghost-like pulses of cosmic rays and plasma surges that didn't sync with the Sun's known cycles. It was like entering a space between spaces. Then came the anomaly. Voyager's instruments picked up something no one could explain, a stable region of plasma, rising levels of galactic radiation, and yet the magnetic field remained unchanged. By the rules of physics, that's not supposed to happen. And perhaps what's even more astonishing than what was found is how it was found. Voyager 2 is still running on technology from the 1970s. No artificial intelligence, no modern chips, just old-school engineering and a dwindling power supply. Its nuclear battery loses 4 watts every year, and yet it keeps going, operating in temperatures far colder than it was ever built to survive. To conserve energy, engineers had already shut down heaters, including the one protecting the cosmic ray detector. Everyone expected it to freeze and fail. Instead, it kept on working, pushing through the cold as if determined to finish what it started. Only 5 scientific instruments remain active. By 2030, they'll likely go silent. But before that day comes, Voyager 2 has delivered one last puzzle. A finding so precise, so unexpected, it could rewrite what we know about the very edge of our solar neighborhood. Because maybe the boundary we thought we understood isn't a boundary at all. And whatever lies beyond, Voyager 2 is trying to show us, while it still can. Long before these discoveries, scientists believed the heliosphere looked like a teardrop, with the Sun at the front and its influence trailing like a comet's tail. But the latest data paints a very different image, a warped, unstable border shaped not only by our star, but possibly by forces we've barely begun to measure. Voyager 2 has revealed a chaotic outer shell, scattered with magnetic turbulence, shifting plasma, and zones of interference we never expected to find. This isn't just new science. It's a reminder that even after decades of exploration, space still holds mysteries we've yet to imagine. And Voyager, against all odds, is still helping us unlock them. Instead of finding a clear boundary between our solar system and the interstellar unknown, Voyager 2 encountered a chaotic overlap. Tangled zones of magnetic disruption, bursts of high-pressure plasma, and unpredictable radiation spikes. These anomalies weren't just unexpected, they don't match any known model. Trying to explain them with current science is like trying to measure a cloud with a ruler. Now, some physicists believe the sun's magnetic bubble, the heliosphere, isn't a stable shell at all. It may be warped and reshaped by powerful galactic magnetic fields and interstellar winds we've never directly observed. And from nearly 12 billion miles away, Voyager 2 is sending back a sobering message. The sun's influence fades faster than we imagined. And that's not just a revelation, it's a warning. As Voyager 2 drifts farther beyond the sun's protective shield, a disturbing truth becomes clear. Space is far more hostile than we once believed. Galactic cosmic rays, fragments of atoms hurled across the galaxy by ancient supernovae, are now hitting the spacecraft without resistance. The data shows that these rays aren't just more intense, they're organized. They arrive in pulses, in patterns, hinting at interactions with invisible interstellar structures. Here's the chilling part. If Voyager's radiation-hardened, plutonium-powered instruments are struggling to survive this environment, what chance would a human have? These cosmic rays can punch through metal, destroy genetic material, and scramble electronics. Voyager 2 is quietly revealing just how vulnerable we truly are in the face of the universe's untamed forces. And yet, amid all this danger, Voyager still carries something deeply human, a golden record. A 12-inch gold-plated disc with sounds and images from Earth. Music, greetings in 55 languages, pictures of life, and a message from President Jimmy Carter that reads, "This record represents our hope and our determination and our goodwill in a vast and awesome universe." Think about that for a moment. Voyager 2 has carried that message farther than any human creation in history. And if there's something out there, aware or not, it's hearing not our military strength or scientific might, but our songs, our voices, our memories of home. And as Voyager's instruments slowly go dark, that golden record will be all that remains. Drifting alone, echoing a simple truth. Once, a small planet looked to the stars and said hello. Then came something no one expected. In one of its latest transmissions, Voyager 2 picked up a strange signal. NASA hasn't released the full details, but internal sources reported a frequency spike on one of the spacecraft's low-band channels. A short, repeating signal, not background noise, not plasma fluctuations, a pattern. A 2.44-second burst described by some insiders as mathematically structured. It didn't match any known transmission. It didn't come from the sun. It didn't come from any known galactic source. Then, silence. The official word was what you'd expect, a glitch, a sensor error, just aging hardware acting up. But privately, not everyone's so sure. One engineer reportedly said it felt deliberate, not necessarily intelligent, but purposeful. As if someone or something wanted to be noticed. The signal never repeated. But the fact that it happened and that it was verified has changed the conversation. Because if Voyager 2, with outdated systems, failing power, and no modern AI, can still intercept something that defies all our models of space, then what else is out there just beyond the reach of our awareness? What have we missed simply because we weren't listening? Voyager 2 isn't just a spacecraft. It's a reflection, a silent messenger we launched into the stars, not to see ourselves, but to remind us how far we're willing to go when driven by wonder. Everything about its creation defied the odds, hand-built, coded in raw machine language, operated by teams who are now part of history. And yet it endures, not because it was flawless, but because it was deeply, beautifully human. Voyager represents a different era, one where exploration wasn't driven by profit or dominance, but by a hunger to understand, to reach, to ask the questions no one else was asking. And now, nearly half a century later, that same craft is still out there, humbly relaying data from a place no human has ever seen. It sends back the chill of interstellar space, the hum of distant particles, the soft rhythm of cosmic radiation. Not because we told it to, but because somehow it still can. In that persistence, Voyager 2 reminds us of something our modern world often forgets, that the universe doesn't shout, it whispers, that not all breakthroughs explode. Some arrive in silence, and that a faint signal from billions of miles away can say more about humanity than all our noise here on Earth ever could. Because Voyager isn't just reporting on the cosmos, it's telling a story about us, about our past, our reach, and perhaps our future. In a place so cold that sunlight is just a memory, where gravity is barely a suggestion, a machine built by human hands is still speaking, still moving, still reaching. It has defied predictions, outlasted its design, and pushed beyond every limit. And now it brings us something unexpected, something more than data, a flicker, a sign, a question we're not sure how to answer. Maybe it wasn't just a transmission. Maybe it was a message, a reminder that we were always meant to wonder, to reach beyond what we know, to build something meaningful, even if no one's watching. Voyager's signal is fading. Its power is running low. But before it falls silent, it delivered one last gift. The universe is not empty. The edge isn't the end. And sometimes the things that don't make sense don't shatter our understanding. They ignite our imagination. So now we ask you, what do you think Voyager found? Was it science as we know it? Or something we haven't had the courage to name? Was it just a cosmic glitch? Or the start of something far greater? Let us know in the comments if this stirred something in you, if it made you pause, if it made you look up. And if you believe there's more out there, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and stay curious. Because this is only the beginning. And Voyager, it was our first whisper into forever.